I welcome you all to today's session. I hope all of you are doing perfect at your places. Today's topic is evolution of computers and learning aims, history of computers, generation of computers, early calculating devices and types of computers. So in today's world, computers have become a part of almost everything we do, from doing school work to playing games and from helping doctors to running big companies. Computers are everywhere. A long time ago, only scientists and engineers used computers and they were very big and very expensive. But now, even small businesses and families can have their own computers, making them an essential tool for everyone. तो बहुत पीछे के टाइम से कंप्यूटर्स का एवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट हो चुका है. पहले सिर्फ सिलेक्टेड जगह पर ही आपके कंप्यूटर्स देखे जाते थे, बहुत बड़े बड़े बिजनेसेस में, स्कूल्स में भी बाद में आना शुरू हुए. बट आजकल की डेट में आप देखोगे हर घर में आपको कंप्यूटर दिखाई देगा ही देगा. The word computer comes from compute, which means to calculate or solve math problems, but modern computers are much more than just calculators. They can perform a wide variety of tasks all at once, from writing a story to drawing pictures and even exploring space. Have you ever wondered how computers become so powerful and easy to use? The computers we have today are very different from the first machines that people used to help with calculations. Let's take a journey through time to discover how computers have evolved into the amazing devices we use today. तो computers word से आया है compute, जिसका मतलब होता है calculate करना या math problems को solve करना. यहीं से computers का evolution start हो गया था. जैसे computers आपको आज दिखाई दे रहे हैं, पहले कंप्यूटर्स या पहली मशीन ऐसी नहीं हुआ करती थी. लेट्स सी कहाँ से कंप्यूटर की जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई और करते करते अब कहाँ पे हम आ पहुँचे हैं. सो हिस्ट्री ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स. The journey of computers began long before the invention of the machines we use today. In ancient times, people needed ways to count, measure and perform calculations for trade, construction and everyday life. To make these tasks easier, they created simple tools to help with basic arithmetic. These early calculating devices were the first steps in a long path of innovation leading to the advanced computers we rely on in the modern world. नाउ आपके जो कंप्यूटर्स की जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई थी एंशियंट टाइम से, वो इट वाज एंटायरली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द वे वी सी कंप्यूटर इन टुडेज डे एंड एज. जब पहले के टाइम के लोगों को काउंट करने के लिए, मेजर करने के लिए अलग अलग टेक्निक्स का यूज किया करते थे, एंड दैट्स हाउ द जर्नी ऑफ कंप्यूटर एक्चुअली बिगन. Now let's take a look at some of these early calculating devices to better understand how computers have evolved. Early calculating devices, number one is abacus. The abacus is one of the oldest known calculating devices, originating about 5,000 years ago in China. It consists of a rectangular frame with rods or wires, each string with beads, and by moving the beads back and forth, users could perform basic arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. The abacus was widely used in Asian cultures and is still used in some parts of the world for quick and efficient calculations. सबसे पहले यूज किया गया था abacus 5000 साल पहले चाइना में इसका इजाद हुआ था, इन्वेंशन हुआ था. इसमें आपके स्ट्रिंग्स और वायर्स होती हैं, हर वायर पे सेट नंबर ऑफ बीड्स होती हैं. इनको बैक एंड फोर्थ मूव करके सिंपल बेसिक अरिथमेटिक प्रॉब्लम्स, इसमें आपका एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन आता है, वो किया जाता था. इवन आज की डेट में भी कई लोग इसे सीखते हैं ज़्यादा एफिशिएंट कैलकुलेशन के लिए. देन वी हैड पास्कल्स एडिंग मशीन. Invented in 1642 by the French mathematician Blaise Pascal, the Pascaline or Pascal's adding machine was one of the first mechanical calculators. It used a series of rotating gears to perform addition and subtraction. The user turned dials corresponding to the numbers they wished to add or subtract, and the machine displayed the result. This invention was a significant step towards more complex mechanical calculators. फिर आया 1642 में by a French mathematician Blaise Pascal, the Pascaline or the Pascal's adding machine. इसमें भी आपके simple addition और subtraction होते थे. इसमें आपके और advanced calculations like multiplication and division नहीं हो सकते थे. Then we had the Napier's bones. Napier's bones were invented by Scottish mathematician John Napier in the early 17th century. It was mainly used to do multiplication and division tasks, and this device consisted of a set of rods, each marked with the multiplication table. By arranging the rods in a specific way, users could quickly multiply and divide numbers. Napier's bones made calculations easier and faster, especially for large numbers, and were an important development in the history of computation. फिर आया Napier's bone. It was invented by a Scottish mathematician. His name was John Napier in the year इन अर्ली 17th सेंचुरी। इसमें आपके मल्टीप्लिकेशन टेबल्स थे जिसकी मदद से आप बड़ी आसानी से एफिशिएंटली ज़्यादा अच्छे तरीके से मल्टीप्लिकेशन जैसे कैलकुलेशंस आसानी से कर सकते थे। सो दिस वाज अ मेजर माइलस्टोन और अ लैंडमार्क काइंड ऑफ अ डेवलपमेंट इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ computation. Then you have Leibniz calculator. The Leibniz calculator, also known as the step reckoner, was invented by a German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz in the late 17th century, building on Pascal's work. This machine could perform not only addition and subtraction but also multiplication and division. It used a system of stepped cylinders to carry out calculations, making it more versatile and efficient than earlier devices. Then we have the Leibniz calculator. It was invented by a German mathematician and it was also known as a step reckoner. इस पे भी बहुत फास्ट कैलकुलेशंस होती थी, बट इसमें आपका सिर्फ एडिशन और सब्ट्रैक्शन ही नहीं बल्कि साथ साथ मल्टीप्लिकेशन और डिवीजन, ये चारों कैलकुलेशंस आप इस पे कर सकते थे. Then we had the Jacquard's loom, invented in 1804 by Joseph Marie Jacquard. The Jacquard loom was a special weaving machine that could create detailed patterns in fabric. It was the first machine that used punched cards to control the weaving of complex patterns. It used punched cards, which are stiff pieces of paper and holes punched in them, to give instructions to the loom on how to weave each design. This method of using punched cards to control a machine was later used in early computers, making Jacquard's loom an important step toward modern technology. अब आता है आपका Jacquard's loom. It was invented in the year 1805. It was a kind of special weaving machine जो punch cards को use करके एक fabric पे different kinds of graphics या designs को punch कर देती थी. This was another milestone in the development of the computation or the machines that we had in history. Then we had difference engine. The difference engine was designed by English mathematician Charles Babbage, referred to as the father of computer in the early 19th century. This machine was invented to solve complex mathematical functions and perform calculations automatically, which was a revolutionary idea at the time. Although Babbage made continuous improvements to the design, the full machine was never completed during his lifetime. However, in 1834, Babbage conceptualized a new and more advanced machine, which he called the analytical engine. And now we had the difference engine. This was invented by Charles Babbage, who was also known as the father of computer. Although इन्होंने इसको बनाया था for complex mathematical calculations, इनके जीते जी पूरी मशीन अच्छी तरीके से डेवलप नहीं हो पाई थी. बट 1834 में जो आपका Babbage था, उन्होंने एक नया आइडिया कॉन्सेप्चुलाइज कर दिया था, which was called as an analytical engine. Then comes the analytical engine. Also designed by Charles Babbage, analytical engine was the improvised version of the difference engine. Unlike the difference engine, the analytical engine was designed to be a general purpose computer capable of performing any calculation or algorithm. The analytical engine included components such as a mill, which is a processor, a stone, which is a memory, and an input or output system using punched cards. If it had an analytical engine, and unlike the difference engine, it had way more हार्डवेयर और सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल्ड within them जो और भी ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स कैलकुलेशंस कर सकते थे. It had a processor, it had a store which acted as a memory, and it also had an input and output device. Now, information literacy. The ENIAC, one of the first electronic computers, weighed 30 tons and occupied 1800 square feet, about the size of a small house. तो सबसे पहला ऐसा जो कंप्यूटर था ENIAC, 30 टन इसका वेट था और छोटा घर 1800 स्क्वायर फीट जितना एरिया, जो एक छोटा घर जिसमें बन सकता है उतना एरिया ये कंप्यूटर घेरता था. Now let's see the generations of computer. Computers have changed a lot over time, with each stage in their development called a generation. Each generation brought big improvements that made computers faster, more efficient and capable of doing more things. Below is a summary of the different generations of computer. अब अलग-अलग evolutions हुए कंप्यूटर के जिन्हें हम generations of computer बोलते हैं. हर सक्सेसर में कुछ एडेड इंप्रूवमेंट और एडवांसमेंट थी. लेट्स स्टडी अबाउट देम. फर्स्ट जनरेशन 1942 to 1956, वैक्यूम ट्यूब्स. द फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स यूज्ड वैक्यूम ट्यूब्स, which were large glass tubes to process data. These computers were enormous, very expensive, and often overheated, causing problems. They could only understand simple instructions in machine language, which is the most basic computer language. For examples of first generation computers include ENIAC, which is Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, and UNIVAC, which is Universal Automatic Computer. They were mostly used for scientific calculations and basic data processing. ENIAC was the first electronic computer developed. अब पहले थे आपके फर्स्ट जनरेशन 1940 से 56 के बीच में वैक्यूम ट्यूब्स जो बहुत बड़े बड़े ग्लास ट्यूब्स होते थे उनका यूज़ किया करते थे एंड इनका नेगेटिव पॉइंट ये था पहले तो ये बहुत एक्सपेंसिव थे, ओवरहीट बहुत जल्दी हो जाते थे एंड उसकी वजह से होती थी और भी ज़्यादा मल्टीपल कॉम्प्लिकेशंस. अलग अलग टाइप की कैलकुलेशंस तो हो ही पाते थे इस बेसिक कंप्यूटर में, बट देन अगेन इसमें बहुत सारे फीचर्स आपके नहीं थे. एग्जाम्पल्स आर ENIAC एंड UNIVAC. Then we had second generation 1956 to 1963 which had transistors in them. In the second generation, transistors replaced vacuum tubes. Transistors were much smaller and more reliable, making computers faster, cheaper and easier to maintain. These computers generated less heat and could handle more complex tasks using higher level programming languages like COBOL and Fortran. Examples include the IBM 7094 and CDC 1604 which were used in businesses, scientific research and real-time computing. फिर second generations ने replace कर दिया vacuum tubes को transistors से from the year 1956 to 1963. इसमें आपका क्योंकि आपके बड़े बड़े हीट वैक्यूम ट्यूब्स नहीं थे ग्लास के तो ज़्यादा जल्दी ये बहुत ज़्यादा हीट अप नहीं होते थे और इसमें प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस भी थी, फॉर एग्जांपल COBOL एंड Fortran. और इसमें जो आपके अलग अलग कंप्यूटर्स थे दे वर IBM 7094 एंड एटसेट्रा. और ये ज़्यादातर आपके साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेशंस, बिजनेसेस, इन सब चीज़ों के लिए यूज़ करे जाते थे. Now, information literacy, transistors were invented by Trio, John Bardeen, William Shockley and Walter Brattain and Bell Labs in 1947. 1947 में इन तीनों ने मिलकर ट्रांजिस्टर्स का इन्वेंशन किया था. Then we had third generation 1964 to 1971 integrated circuits, ICs. The third generation of computers introduced integrated circuits, ICs, which allowed many transistors to be placed on a single chip. This made computers even smaller and more powerful, enabling them to run multiple programs at once. Operating systems were developed during this time which helped manage these tasks. Keyboards and monitors were used as I/O devices, and examples include the IBM 360 and PDP-8 which were used for database management and advanced research. With third generations आए इसमें integrated circuits जिन्हें ICs बोला जाता था, जो बहुत सारे ट्रांजिस्टर्स को एक सिंगल चिप में इन्होंने इंस्टॉल कर दिया था. इसमें भी मल्टीपल आपकी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस थी, अलग अलग कैलकुलेशंस होते थे एंड देन इट ऑल्सो दे वर यूज्ड एज I/O devices, for example IBM 360, and these were used for database management and different kinds of advanced research purposes. Then you had fourth generation 1971 till present which has microprocessors in them. The fourth generation brought microprocessors which are tiny chips that contain the entire central processing unit CPU of a computer. This development made personal computers, PCs, possible, making them affordable and accessible to everyone. These computers were much smaller, more powerful and easier to use with the graphical user interfaces, GUIs, and that made them more user friendly. Examples include the Intel 4004, Apple I in second and the IBM PC. Then comes the fourth generation जो 1971 से अब तक चलती आ रही है जिसमें है माइक्रो प्रोसेसर्स. बहुत छोटी सी चिप्स में आपके CPUs होते हैं एंड इसकी वजह से ये और भी ज़्यादा चीपर और अफोर्डेबल हो गए नॉर्मल लोगों के लेने के लिए. एंड उसके बाद से आप देखेंगे हर घर में आपको कंप्यूटर तो देखने को मिल ही जाता है, एटलीस्ट एक तो कम से कम. तो इसमें आपके अलग अलग चिप्स होते हैं. कंप्यूटर्स में अलग अलग एवोल्यूशन आ गए, मोर अफोर्डेबल हो गया, ग्राफिकल इंटरफेस, यूजर इंटरफेस हो गया. फॉर एग्जांपल Intel 4004, Apple first and second are the examples of the fourth generation computers which uses microprocessors. Now fifth generation, present and beyond, artificial intelligence, AI and beyond. Finally, the fifth generation of computers which we are currently in focuses on artificial intelligence, AI. These computers are designed to learn, reason and make decisions much like humans do. They are also exploring new technologies like quantum computing which could make computers even faster and more powerful in the future. Examples include IBM Watson and Google DeepMind, which are used for AI applications, robotics and analyzing large amounts of डेटा. अब आता है फिफ्थ जनरेशन जो प्रेजेंट टाइम से आगे तक चलता जाएगा, जिसमें आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का यूज हो रहा है या और भी ऐसी चीजें जिनका अभी तक रिसर्च भी नहीं हो पाया है, वो चीजें भी इसमें लग सकती हैं. जिसमें अब तक फोर्थ जनरेशन तक क्या हो रहा था, कंप्यूटर सोच नहीं सकते थे और सोच के डिसीजन नहीं कर सकते थे. जितना इंस्ट्रक्शन आपने दिया वो कमांड फॉलो हुआ और काम हो गया. बट एआई से आपका क्या डेवलपमेंट और हो रहा है कि बिल्कुल ह्यूमंस की तरह ही ये सोच पाएंगे, उन्हीं की तरह काम कर पाएंगे और बिल्कुल ह्यूमंस की तरह ही डिसीजन भी खुद से ले पाएंगे. Now quiz whiz, take the correct option on the basis of your understanding of the chapter till now. You have to answer these questions on your own. Now let's study about different types of computers. Computers come in different shapes and sizes and they are used for various tasks. They can be categorized into four main types based on their size, power and purpose, and these types are microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers and supercomputers. Let's study about them one by one. Number one is microcomputers. Microcomputers are the most common type of computers used by individuals and small businesses. They are also known as personal computers or PCs. Microcomputers are affordable and easy to use, making them perfect for tasks like word processing, browsing the internet and playing games. तो आपके microcomputers में आपके PCs आ जाते हैं जो छोटे मोटे businesses, schools, offices और घरों में use करे जाते हैं. Then we have desktops. Desktop computers are stationary computers designed to be used at a fixed location, typically on a desk. They consist of separate components like a monitor, keyboard, mouse, and the main CPU box, which are connected together to work as a single unit. Desktops are commonly used in offices, homes, and schools for tasks like word processing, internet browsing, gaming, and multimedia creation. अब आते हैं आपके desktop. Stationary computers ही होते हैं, specifically they are kept at a फिक्स प्लेस, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अ डेस्क, और इसी में आपके इंटरनेट कनेक्शन, अलग अलग एप्लीकेशन, सिस्टम, सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल्ड होते हैं जिसकी मदद से आप इसमें काम कर सकते हैं. स्कूल्स, ऑफिसेज और घरों पे यही आपका ज़्यादातर देखा जाता है. देन वी हैव लैपटॉप्स. Laptops are portable computers that combine all the components of a desktop, monitor, keyboard, mouse and CPU into a single compact unit. They run on batteries, making them convenient for use on the go. अब laptops आते हैं. These are kind of portable computers. सारा hardware एक ही छोटे से एरिया में आपका installed होता है, एक ही single device में बैटरी से ये चलते हैं, which makes them a very good device to just use it and move and go wherever you want to go. Portable होते हैं. Then we have tablets. Tablets are thin, lightweight and high portable devices which touch screens. They are larger than smartphones but smaller and lighter than laptops, making them ideal for casual use. अब tablets आते हैं मोबाइल फोन से बड़े पर computers या laptops से छोटे होते हैं, टच स्क्रीन इनमें होता है, which makes them much more easier to use. And then you have smartphones. Smartphones are the smallest and the most portable type of microcomputer designed to fit in your pocket. They combine the functionalities of a mobile phone with those of a computer, allowing users to make calls and send text, browse the internet and run various applications. Smartphones are kind of microcomputers again. छोटे से होते हैं, पॉकेट में फिट आ जाते हैं. अब इसमें मोबाइल फोन के फंक्शंस भी होते हैं और थोड़े बहुत कंप्यूटर के फंक्शंस भी इसमें कंबाइंड होते हैं, and which is again very much easier to use also. Then we have mini computers. Mini computers, also called mid-range computers, are more powerful than microcomputers but smaller and less powerful than mainframe computers. They are designed to handle the needs of small to medium-sized businesses and can support multiple users at the same time. Mini computers are often used in scientific laboratories, manufacturing plants, and in business environments where they manage databases, handle transactions, and run specific applications. Examples: PDP-8, VAX AS400 are the examples of mini computers. Mini computers microcomputers से बड़े, mainframe computers से छोटे और less efficient होते हैं. ये आपके medium to थोड़े बहुत हाई रेंजेस के जो बिजनेसेस होते हैं वहां पर यूज करे जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल इन योर साइंटिफिक लैबोरेटरीज एक्सेट्रा. PDP-8 आर द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ मिनी कंप्यूटर्स. देन वी हैव मेन फ्रेम कंप्यूटर्स. Mainframe computers are large, powerful systems used by big organizations like banks, insurance companies, and government agencies. They are designed to process and store vast amounts of data, handle thousands of users simultaneously, and run many different programs at once. Mainframes are known for their reliability and security, making them essential for organizations that require continuous operations. Examples: IBM Z-Series System Z10. Mainframe computers आते हैं. They are larger than the mini computers and the micro computers obviously, and they are more efficient than them also. ये आपके government agencies में बड़े बड़े businesses में use करे जाते हैं to keep records और databases of different kinds. Reliability और security purposes से भी ये बहुत ज़्यादा efficient और effective होते हैं. For example, IBM Z series and System Z10 are the examples of mainframe computers. Then you have supercomputers. Supercomputers are the fastest and the most powerful computers available. They are used for highly complex calculations that require enormous processing power, such as weather forecasting, scientific research and simulations. They can perform trillions of calculations per second and are usually used by research institutions, universities and governments. Examples IBM Summit and Fugaku are examples of supercomputers. अभी बहुत बड़े होते हैं अभी तक के सारे computers में, available computers में से these are the most huge computers that we have. बड़े बड़े लोकेशंस पे, जैसे आपका वेदर फोरकास्टिंग हो गया, बड़ी बड़ी गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज हो गई, वहां पर बड़े बड़े साइंटिफिक रिसर्चेस हो गए. एट दैट लोकेशंस दीज सुपर कंप्यूटर्स आर यूज्ड. एग्जांपल्स आर IBM Summit and Fugaku. Now, information literacy, the fastest supercomputer in the world is machine known as a Frontier. So Frontier is the fastest supercomputer that we have right now. Now let's sum up. The abacus was the first known device used for calculations. Pascaline, invented by Blaise Pascal in 1642. It could do addition and subtraction but not multiplication or division. Napier's bones, designed by John Napier. This tool was created to perform multiplication and division. Leibniz calculator. This calculator was an improved version of Pascal's adding machine, handling more complex calculations. Jacquet's loom. This loom used punched cards to control operations, an idea that later influenced computers. Different engine, invented by Charles Babbage. It was the first mechanical computer. An analytical engine, an improved version of the difference engine. Its concept was similar to the today's computers, and this was also invented by Charles Babbage only. So in this chapter we have read about different generations of computer and how has computers evolved from the ancient times. Now let's explore yourself. Pick the correct option. हर question का पहला part आपको बता दिया जाएगा. Which of the following was the first calculating device? So the correct option is option number B, abacus. Fill in the blanks. Dash were used in the second generations of computers. This is transistors. Write T for true or F for false. The analytical engine was an improved version of of Pascal's adding machine. This is false because analytical engine was the advanced version or the better version of differences engine and not Pascal's adding machine. So this is a false statement. Answer the following questions. Who is known as the father of computers? Charles Babbage is known as the father of computers. Application based questions. If you are a researcher working on a complex simulation for weather forecasting, which type of computer would you use? So weather forecasting के लिए super computers use करे जाते हैं. Tech Fun, divide the class into 3 groups. Assign each group one of the following topics to research and create an informative chart. अब क्लास को 3 ग्रुप में डिवाइड करिए और अर्ली कैलकुलेटिंग डिवाइसेस, जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स, टाइप्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स, हर ग्रुप एक एक टॉपिक के ऊपर डिस्कशन करेगा. Now let's talk tech. Discuss how early calculating devices led to modern computers. पहले से किस तरीके से इवॉल्व होते होते अभी के प्रेजेंट कंप्यूटर्स आए हैं. You have to discuss about that. Now lab activity, create a 6-slide presentation on the topic generations of computers. In each slide show a generation of computer and save the presentation. अब आपको PowerPoint presentation को use करते करते generations of computers को explain करना है और हर एक generation का जो computer है उसके photo को भी आपको presentation में डाल के उसको save कर लेना है. So students, with this we have come to the end of this chapter. Just go through this chapter thoroughly, revise it, memorize it, and rest of the exercise questions please do it yourself.